Bore da pawb. Hello everybody and welcome to my wild Welsh garden. I've just seen a small tortoiseshell butterfly on this buddleia and I rushed in to get my phone and it had gone when I came out, so you just have to take my word for it. But there is a bee. And another bee. Well, what a difference a night makes. I woke up this morning to cloudless blue skies. The sun is shining and it's lovely and warm and it's just fabulous. And miraculously, the insects appear. They've obviously all been sheltering from the rain. All the flowers that had been just drooping and weighed down by the rain are now all standing up and turning their faces to the sun. And I can count, goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4 bumblebees and 3 honeybees. This geranium Roseanne actually does get the prize in the garden because it flowers all summer and it attracts all manner of insects. And this border down the side of the lawn that had completely flopped yesterday in the rain, it's all standing up straight now, looking tall and lovely. Everywhere is really quite quiet. The starlings have gone. They've gone up into the mountains. The blue tits and the great tits are all in the woods. Blackbirds are hiding mostly at this time of year because they're molting. I can hear some sparrows twittering away. They never go very far. Rambling Rosie and the honeysuckle in the sunshine, in the early morning sunshine. And I can't actually get in there to film them, but there's several bees busy on it already. And this is the shady side of the trellis. And that's the butterfly seat. That's where I sit and count butterflies, if there are any to count. And this year I've let the evening primroses grow and flower. I've normally weeded them out. Can you believe it? Just look at that flower. That's just opened this morning. These Shirley poppies self-seed all over the garden and they don't last long. But when they first open, they're just glorious. Here's a little patch next to the new pond and the area that I sowed with meadow grass. And it's flowering here with wild mallow and oxeye daisy and feverfew and a tiny little ragwort. These have opened this morning as well, and they're just slightly different colour. These are mornings to be savoured, really. They're so few and far between at the moment, they're so precious. I can hear a pied wagtail, I think it is, tweeting somewhere, and the sheep are calling from the fields. But I think I'm going to bring my breakfast, and I'm going to sit in the butterfly watching chair and just enjoy this beautiful, beautiful morning. So I've been sitting here having my breakfast and just seeing what I can see. Haven't seen a single butterfly, but it is still quite early, so maybe this afternoon. The honeybees are mostly on the geranium roseanne behind the buddleia over there. And the bumblebees and the hoverflies and the other insects are on everything else. And there's a lot of loud buzzing from this honeysuckle under which I'm sitting. But, you know, I do find it very difficult to just sit. So I have been up, I've pruned that red rose a little bit to tidy it up. I've just been up behind the greenhouse to remove some bramble shoots that I saw appearing through that white buddleia, and so that's just tidied that up a little bit. And I found a handful of raspberries and a couple of wild strawberries. I found a little handful of wild strawberries yesterday, but I ate them all. So I'm just going to sit here and eat my raspberries and just see what I can see. And then probably come back out this afternoon, see if I can count some butterflies and maybe some pollinators. And look who's here, come for sultanas. She's already got something in her beak, but I'm sure she can get a few more sultanas in as well. It's afternoon now and it's really quite warm, so I'm back in the butterfly watching chair and there are some white butterflies flying around. There are several species of white butterfly in the UK, but there's only really two that I find in this garden, the small white and the large white, and they both feed on brassicas. And apart from the small tortoiseshell that I saw this morning, these are really the only butterflies that I've seen in the garden this year. I've only seen white ones. But I do have 2 water lilies flowering in the old pond. And a lovely beetle on one of the pumpkin leaves. It's a lovely evening now. And I was going to say mow the lawn, but I've just cut this green stuff, some of it's grass, short. I've done it in the evening because it was so hot during the day. It was too hot. What a change. We've had a little mini heat wave, but I don't think it's going to last. But the forecast is for a fine, dry night, so I think I'm going to put the moth trap out. There, I've set the moth trap up. So we'll see what we get in the morning. Oh look, I've started to clean the bird bath and not finished it. There we go. And there were 2 of these beauties. Isn't that lovely? There's quite a few of these creatures. I'm not sure what they are. I did think that they were caddisflies, but if anybody could let me know for definite, I'd be really grateful. There's 2 of them in there. There are 15 altogether in the box. And that's some sort of fly that the larvae live in water as well. And then just about half a dozen of these little tiny moths. I'm just going to leave them in the box for today, and then this evening I'll open it again and they can make their own way out. But nothing like the 60 moths I caught the other night. So it just goes to show what sort of nightly fluctuations there are in moths. Yeah, interesting. I'll put it down there in the shade. So thanks for joining me again in my wild Welsh garden. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Hwyl fawr!